Welcome back to the channel, guys. It's your boy Smokester here with another video, and today we are going to be going over the OEM Preview number 3. We got 3 bikes. We got the 450 KTM, we have the 250 KTM, and then the new one to the bunch is the 125 TM. Now, I have done a couple laps so far, and one thing I can tell for sure is that this bike feels so much more planted to the ground. I don't know if it has to do with like weight distribution or what exactly. God damn, that was my fault. What exactly they changed? It feels. It has a similar feeling to the factory bikes, but with like the same feeling from the OEM bikes, if that makes sense. So in my opinion, the factory bikes are like harder to turn, I guess I could say. Like, they're great bikes, don't get me wrong, I've had a blast with them, but they are a little bit harder to turn and whip. And just in my opinion, you know what I'm saying? Um but they're more stable. So like the stability feeling of the factory bikes is how these feel going over the bumps on the TM that I'm on. But it also has the freedom feeling, like the freedom you have on the OEM bikes, like as far as whipping and stuff. Like I could just feel like I can move around a little bit more freely and corner a little bit tighter, if that makes sense. So, but it's way more planted to the ground. One of the reasons why I chose this track, one, is because that was my fault. That was not the bike. I landed on that little slope. But one was because I really liked the nighttime track, and this was the other track that I had that has the night aesthetic to it, but also it has a lot of really rough spots. It has a lot of really rough spots on it, and so I wanted to be able to test how the bike handled going in and out of corners with a lot of the braking bumps and ruts and just things of that nature, you know. So, and so far, I really am loving it. I cannot wait until we get the actual full release of these. Um, I'm excited to see what the Kawasaki is like. I'm a Kawasaki fanboy. That's what I raced when I was a kid, so I love Kawasaki's. But yeah, man. So far, 125 is feeling really good. So yeah, we're gonna hop on over to the 250 and see what that's like. All right, now we're on the 250 KTM, and I guess the one thing I'm going to be looking for out of this bike is that it's not as bouncy, because the front end on the 250 feels fine to me as it is. Maybe it could use a little bit of tweaking or whatever, but as long as this bike isn't just bouncing all over the place, I felt like that was the problem with the 250s, is it was just a little bit too bouncy. So as long as this doesn't bounce around like that, I think we're going in the right direction. So that's mainly what I'm looking for, is just wanting it to be more planted and stable through the bumps. So see right there, I would normally feel like my front end was gonna wipe out. So oh yeah, right there too, because I came down right on that braking bump. And overall, yeah, the bike feels heavier. Ooh, front end gave out a little bit there, but I landed on flat ground, so we'll see. We'll see how that does the rest of this. It does feel heavier. I almost want to say it feels a little bit slower though. I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping. If you guys have tried these out, let me know in the comments what you think. Do you think it's a little bit slower, or am I bugging out here? Also, if you're doing that, give me a like, subscribe. Love to have you guys here for the videos that I make. Overall though, man, this is nice. I'm not bouncing all around. It does feel more planted. Front end didn't give out right there. Oh yeah, this is gonna be awesome when we get this full release, man. I'm excited. I am excited for this full release now. After riding these, I don't know how big of a difference this is from the last preview that we got. I only did the one video. I didn't spend much time on them after that, but just in general, in comparison to the bikes we have now, this feels amazing. The suspension feels much stiffer and softer at the same time. Like, stiffer is in the sense like you're not bouncing, or you're able to take off good, you know. But then softer in the sense like it absorbs the bumps all like really well. So yeah, this is gonna be a big deal when this new pack comes out, man. This update for the OEMs. And maybe we'll get to a point where we can ride the factory bikes and the OEMs in the same races. I don't know how likely that'll actually be, for the simple fact I feel like the factory bikes are a little bit faster. But as of right now, we have people that choose those over these just for the simple fact of the handling, you know what I mean? So maybe we can get some of them people that are on the factory bikes back on the OEMs, or just, you know, bring in a crowd of people that haven't played this game yet and might be, you know, scared that it's a big challenge or learning curve in comparison to other motocross games. So I'm excited for what this can do for the game, you know. Competition's always a good thing, so. But yeah, man. 250s are nice. I'm digging them. I'm gonna hop on the 450 now, and I'll see you. All right, so now we're on the KTM 450. So I guess the one thing two things I'm looking for on this bike are mainly that they didn't make it feel super heavy in comparison to the 450 that we have now. Also, when I hit the gas real hard on the 450s we have now, the back end like slides out and does this weird physics thing, and I like spin around in a 180, and I just feel like I have to baby the throttle, which, I mean, you know, granted, it is a 450, so you should baby the throttle. Okay, the back end slid out right there, but it didn't whip me all the way around. That's what I'm talking about. All right, I'm digging that. Handles the bumps nice. I'm not the best on the 450 though, so. Oh, see? Normally I would have slid out completely around right there. That's nice. I'm digging that. Okay. Stand. Maybe that's why there. I'm not sure. But I still would have crashed normally right there, whipping around like that, so. Still got that weird a little bit, but it does feel more controlled, I guess you could say. It does feel slightly slower than the 450s we have now. Handled that turn great. The bumps great so far. Oh yeah, that's planted. That is planted right there. Alright, let's see how it handles this hill when we jump down it. Okay. Front end's looking good right there. Oh, I overjumped the shit out of that. Still easy to whip, so it's yeah. It's still easy to turn and corner. It's not like a struggle like with the factory bikes. We'll give it one more lap here. I should have started with the 450, I feel like. Because I'm not very good on it anyway. But overall, it feels like it's soaking up these bumps much better. It's not hopping around on me. The back end slid out that one time, but I haven't really had the issue since, so that's good. Give it the gas, yeah. Alright, here's where we slid out last time. So I can feel the back end slipping, but it's not wanting to come all the way around, you know what I'm saying? So, hell yeah. Yeah, I'm excited for this new pack to come out, for real. This is awesome. And it handles the bumpy corners fucking beautifully. That's awesome as hell. Oh, see, normally I feel like the front end would have came out right there when I landed. Now the rear end did slip out on me right there, but I didn't slide all the way around, so I mean, there'll be a learning curve with anything new, you know, so I'm not even mad about that. Over jumped it again. That's my fault. I suck at the 450s. Can't help it. Can't help it. Well, I can help it. I just gotta put more time in on them, you know what I mean? But yeah, man, overall, I love the direction this is going. I really do. I don't want them to be exactly like the factory bikes, you know what I mean? Even though I think that's what a lot of people are hoping for. Because I like certain aspects of the OEMs and I like certain aspects of the factory bikes. And this seems to do a good combination of both. So I like the direction it's going, man. I'm excited for these to come out. And I think it's going to be good for everybody. It's going to be good for the game, for new players, for old players, for just everybody, just in general. So, but that's going to do it for me today, guys. Leave me a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next video.